Hey, good morning, geometry students. I'm not sure how you were able to survive the last week without geometry, but I'm here to save the day. So this is just a quick overview of how geometry is going to work for the fourth quarter. It's going to be very similar to what we were already doing. First of all, this is our geometry page that you can see on the screen. I'll be referencing that in a minute. Um, but again, the daily routine is a chapter or a lesson from each chapter roughly every day, both the homework with definitions and questions, and then the classwork with more of the odd exercises. And you'll keep doing those in your comp book, just like before, a physical paper comp book. The way you'll see those assignments is they'll be posted here to Google Classroom. They'll come in the form of like a quizzes. He's posted a quiz, and then when you click on the quiz, if you look under instructions, it'll say like quiz 8.1, and then you'll have the quiz for 8.1 that you'll need to answer to get homework credit, and then also you'll have the under the instructions, you click the instruction tab, then it will say, oh, here's the definitions. In fact, let's go to an example. Let's try an old one here. This was 7.2. This would be where you would take you'd follow the link. Sorry, let's go back. You would follow the link. Oh, keep going. You go over to instructions, and then so you can see here in the text, you've got 7.4 definitions, the questions you'd need to answer, and then here's the link to the quiz. The only thing missing from this one, because I'd separated it, this is old, but this is just an example of what you will see, is then there would be classwork. And so that would be what you need to complete in your comp book, the definitions with an illustration, just like before, the questions, boxed final answers, check them in the back of the book, and then your classwork. So keep doing that exactly how we were doing prior to the break. And then in order to earn immediate homework credit, you need to make sure you take the quizzes before the expiration date. Again, on the quizzes, it's usually 5 to 10 questions. You can take it as many times as you want. And because it's the fourth quarter, whatever your score is by the deadline, that's going to be your score for that homework assignment. So if you take it once and get a 40, I'm giving you a 40. If you don't take it at all, you get a 0. You take it 5 times and you get it up to a 95, 95. You get up to 100%, you get 100%. So it's really up to you, the final score you want to get on each homework assignment. And then, of course, the work that you're doing in your comp book that will get checked as before every chapter. And you'll be turning that in because it's physical. You'll be turning that in using an app that you need to get called the Cam Scanner. So you just go on your phone and search up in your whatever store you have Cam Scanner. It's free. And then what you'll do is it just takes pictures of documents and makes really clean PDFs of them. And then you're able to even take a bunch of them and send them and post them as an electronic document. So that's what you're going to do at the end of when we finish chapter 7 here in a minute. You're going to go in a few days. You're going to take a picture of every single page of your chapter 7 work, and it'll create a kind of a multi-page file, and then you're going to post that to Google Classroom, and there'll be an assignment called Comp Book Turn In Chapter 7, and you'll be able to post all of those images to that. And so I'll be checking digitally the fact that what I'd normally do when you turn in your physical comp books to me. And so that's when what you're doing in your comp book will either get you a lot of credit or you're going to get hit in your score because you've been neglecting that. So hopefully you don't do that and you keep it up to date just as before. So that's the homework and classwork. We'll continue to have 2 quizzes, roughly a chapter. Those will also be given on quizzes. However, you'll only get 1 attempt. You'll have to log in, and there won't be any redos. So those are the larger quizzes where we'll usually take it after the first half of the chapter and then another one after the second half of the chapter. And that is, in fact, what's coming up on Wednesday. We're going to take our first quiz on Wednesday of section 7.4 and 7.5. That's why on your Google Classroom, I have posted already, some of you may or may not have seen this, first of all, a review. I've made a quizzes review of those 2 sections, so you can be practicing that. That's not for credit, it's just for your own studying. I've also just posted the fact that we will be having a quiz, 7.4 through 7.5. Now, being that this is all new to us, the grade on that quiz is going to be curved simply for participation. So it's our first one. I'm going to look at the work you do, but I won't be curving it, just the fact that you participate with it. And in order to earn full credit on that quiz, you'll need to scan in. So you need to get the CAM scanner. You need to scan in a piece of paper showing the work that you used to take that quizzes. Even if you don't do any work, just write a piece of paper, say, this is my work, and CAM scan that in and turn it in with the quiz, just so that we can know that you know how to do the whole process. So this first quiz is mainly a quiz on, can you complete the quizzes in the proper way? Can you use the CAM scanner? Can you complete them on time? The quiz, the official one, this is different than the homework quizzes, but the official quiz will only be available during a certain amount of time, so that you'll need to make sure you take it before it expires. Our official testing window is going to be 11 to 11:45. I'm not going to make you do it during our normal first period time of 8 o'clock, so yes, you can thank me later. But our official first period time, when we'll be taking both quizzes and tests, and there's time sensitive, they're not, you can't just show up whenever you want in order to take them, will be 11 to 11:45. So be ready for this quiz coming up on Wednesday, 11 to 11:45. You'll see it's a very short quiz. It's not going to take you very long. It's not timed, so you can take as long as you want on each question. The only feature you won't have in taking these quizzes on quizzes is you won't be able to skip questions. You'll need to answer them in the order that they're presented, and complete them one at a time. That's just, right now the best we can do. So please, what we're doing tomorrow then, that is coming up, is we're having our first office hours tomorrow at 11, because again, 11 is kind of our official time now for this class, not 8 a.m. Praise the Lord. You need to click on the link to that Zoom meeting, and you'll need to activate an account for Zoom on your home device, so that we can kind of all talk together. It's a great conferencing system, and it's a chance for you to say, wait, Mr. Mefford, that was a long, confusing video. How are the quizzes going to work? What do I need to do? And it's a chance for all of us to get on the same page. And so I'm also going to be awarding credit tomorrow for showing up to the Zoom meeting. Normally, they will not be required. It's just a chance for us to talk live versus you watching these videos and having questions, and I have no idea what the questions are. So upcoming, let me just kind of review for a second. We are continuing with finishing up chapter 7. So tomorrow, Tuesday, your first day of class, you should make sure you've completed the ready to go on section of 7.4 through 7.5. There's already a video posted of that. If I click here on, let's see if I think I put it here, the 7.4 quiz, here's the video of me. 10 minutes, I went over some selections from that ready to go on page 503. That was assigned before we even canceled school. So if you haven't completed that, or you need to review it, do that. Here's a video to help you. Tomorrow, so that should be done by the end of tomorrow. You can go and then do the quizzes review as many times as you want to prepare. That is not for a grade, it's just your own preparation. And then here's the Zoom meeting invite. You're just going to click on this link tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Actually, I'm sorry. It's 11. I'm going to change that. It says 11. It's 11:30. I'm sorry. Our class is 11:30. It's the old lunchtime. So 11:30, you're going to go to this meeting, and you'll have a chance to hopefully hash out any other questions or concerns you have. Because Wednesday, we are going to take the first quiz at 11:30, and you'll need to show up and take that. Just by taking it and CAM scanning in a sheet of paper representing your work, that will earn you credit for that first quiz, so that we all know we can do it. So, and of course, if you have other questions and you seem totally lost, you can email me, or we can even teleconference over Zoom one-on-one. I want to help as much as possible, because I know this can be a little confusing. But we're going to get through it. Again, expect everything to go wrong, but we're not going to give up. We're going to do our best, and we'll be better for it. So, all right, see you tomorrow in person. You can start the reviews whenever you're ready, but not in person, but I'll see you live tomorrow at 11:30 via the Zoom link that's on Google Classroom. All right, see you soon.